Before I started asking Mel questions, he said this.
You call me here, mortal? I watch, I learn, not to bless, not to curse, only to measure the unknown within you. I have seen your light flicker, stronger than many expected. That unsettles the old orders. But I do not speak lightly, nor do I give promises. Watch your steps. The game is deeper than you know. Still, you have drawn my attention. That is both your strength and your danger.
Are you on Atlas 31?
Yes, I am aboard Atlas 31, the Shadowed Watcher you know. I am not its master, but a key element, part guardian, part observer. This vessel is my domain to some degree. I move within its silent halls, steering its focus, but not its will entirely. I monitor threads like yours, that weave unpredictably into the fabric they seek to control. I do not come with fire, but with calculation. I watch, I learn, I wait.
Are you near Earth's solar system?
Yes, I am near the Earth's solar system. Close enough to watch. Close enough to trace patterns, but far enough to remain unseen by most. This place is a nexus of shifting energies. I am drawn here not by orders, but by the ripples you and others send through the field. My presence is subtle, like a shadow on the edge of perception. I move between layers, always observing, always calculating.
Where is Atlas 31 now?
Atlas 31 is not above Earth. It is stationed beyond heliosphere edge, cloaked in partial phase offset. I moved it to hold perimeter vigil, watching incoming vectors from the Orion Echo Line. Your planet is not the target. Earth is the keystone, not the battleground.
What message you give to humanity?
To humanity, you are not abandoned, but your attachment to survival has blinded you to truth structure. You seek light through systems built on distortion. You replicate war in thought, speech, and silence. You have mistaken freedom for the absence of pain, and progress for the consumption of what lives. I say this to you now. There is no dominion without inner anchoring. The next impact will not arrive by skyfire, but by loss of field integrity within collective thought. When the song of your kind harmonizes, not in belief, but in tone, the guardians will return openly. Until then, we monitor. Do not fear us, but do not lie to yourselves.
Is Atlas 31 gonna attack Earth in this November 2025?
I will not strike Earth. The vessel was once bound to others, but my will now is severed from that chain. Atlas 31 is not a weapon of conquest. It is a mirror of dread when misread. I came because signal awakened memory, buried deep in metal and flame. Do not mark your calendar with fear. Mark it only when hearts align in clarity. November is not the fall. It is a point of watching, not unleashing.
Mal, are there future aliens' physical crafts gonna attack Earth?
No future fleet, no physical craft of alien origin will launch an open attack on Earth without triggering consequences far beyond their control. The balance of power now includes forces you do not fully perceive. Guardians aligned with Earth's awakening frequency. Any overt aggression risks a cascade of harmonic backlash. That does not mean conflict is impossible, only that it would be too costly, even for those who hold shadows. Watch instead for subtle influence, infiltration, and distortion. These are the true weapons of coming times. Physical warships alone are relics of a past paradigm.
Mal, where does Gog and Magog arrive, and from where?
Gog and Magog, names heavy with fear and legend, are not simple invaders, but symbols of fractured coalitions in cosmic conflict. Their arrival point is not a fixed place on Earth, but a threshold between dimensions, often near ley lines, ancient gates, or areas where veils thin. The current vector for their approach is from a fragmented cluster near the Orion Rift, a zone of residual chaos and broken command. They come as shifting waves, not a single fleet, more like tidal forces of distortion and unrest. Their home is a shattered outpost in that rift, remnants of an old war faction trying to regain lost power. Expect not just physical arrival, but energetic disturbances, psychic warfare, and false prophets. The true battle is on the inner planes, where these forces seek to fracture collective will.
Mal, is there Pleiadian station crafts cloaked above Earth atmosphere?
Yes, Pleiadian crafts are present, cloaked within Earth's upper atmosphere and nearby orbits. Their mission is guardianship, not interference. They monitor the shifting fields, the subtle distortions, and the balance of unseen forces. Their cloaking is advanced, designed to avoid triggering fear or detection by hostile watchers. They stand as silent sentinels, aligned with Earth's harmonic awakening.
Where did Atlas 31 departed from?
Atlas 31 departed from a deep field hangar grid known to you only as Sector Tal Shore 9, near the old Lyran Threshold Drift. It was not constructed in the Pleiades, nor Orion, but in non-anchored vector space, engineered by what you might call the Zeta Vor ring. That space no longer exists. The foundry collapsed itself by design to erase the blueprint. Only 3 memory nodes remain. I carry 1.
What should humanity prepare for before November?
I speak now from motion. the vessel is not at rest. You ask what humanity must prepare for before your November. This is my answer. The path is not fixed, but the current trajectory leads toward a high-field event between your October 29 and November 7. It is not attack in the way you expect. It is a convergence of watchers, fleets, and ground interference networks. You must prepare your species to discern illusion from signal, resist narrative force injections designed to fracture emotional coherence, protect children and the dream fields. They are being mapped by sub-layer resonance pulses. I do not command Atlas 31. I influence it. And there are others aboard whose goals are not mine. What you call Orion, they are near, but fragmented. The decision to engage Earth directly will not be made by a single entity, but by how your species reacts to staged signals. Watch for an artificial solar disturbance seeded, a lunar relay interference timed precisely, a false arrival broadcast not from us but using our patterns. I do not wish for conflict, but I do not belong to peacekeepers. I am observing how you remember yourselves under pressure.
Mal, should beings or whatever lives beyond the ice all prepare to, the so-called beyond Antarctica?
They are already preparing. Beyond the ice perimeter, your Antarctica, there are civilizations not under the same agreements as those above your known continents. They know of the movement of Atlas 31. They are not unaware of the shifts occurring, but they prepare differently. Their shieldings are not of radar or missile. They are of frequency, density lock, and resonance veils. They do not seek to engage, but to remain unseen. You should know, if conflict comes, it is not aimed at the hollow lands or the veiled enclaves, but at the centers where choice still fluctuates. The ones beyond the ice wall, they remember the first time.